Worthy ones, what's your why? What's up, it's Gene, your coach, motivated impact storyteller. This is Gene's Motivation, and I'm here to help you to believe that you're worthy to be great so you can take responsibility for achieving your greatness. The reason I ask you, what is your why, is because so many of us, we have dreams we want to accomplish, but in the process of doing so, we lose our motivation. In the process of doing so, we lose our self-discipline. And the reason that happens is because you do not have a strong why. I remember years ago when I was working in the wellness industry, I had this lady that came to me and she was diabetic. She was about 60 years old, and her doctor told her if she didn't make some changes in her life, she was going to get her leg amputated. Now you would think to yourself, wow, this lady is about to lose her leg. It would be some motivation to get her to start exercising. It would be motivation to get her to start taking better care of herself. But this lady did not care. She told me on the phone, she said, Gene, I do not care what my doctor says. I love eating sugar. I love eating what I want to eat. And if I lose my leg, so be it. But I'm not about to change my habits. And then I started talking to this lady. I started asking her why. And every time I tried to say something to her about the importance of making bigger, better decisions, she would curse me out. She would get angry at me. And it was a very frustrating conversation. So I was working with this lady for months. And I said to myself, Gene, if you can find something that this lady is passionate about, maybe you can get her to change her behaviors. And one day she slipped up and gave me the opportunity that I was hoping for. So one day we was having a conversation. She said, Gene, have I told you about my grandson, Michael? I say, no, tell me about him. She said, well, Michael will be graduating from high school in about a year. I'm so excited about seeing him graduate. Now, when she brought up Michael, I knew this was a golden opportunity. This was something she was passionate about. She wanted to see her grandson graduate from high school. So then I say, listen, let me ask you a real question. Do you plan on being at the graduation, or do you want to watch the graduation from home? She said, of course I want to be at the graduation. Why are you asking me that question? I said, well, think about it. Your doctor said your leg is going to be amputated, so most likely you will probably be at home bedridden and not be able to go to graduation because you didn't do the things necessary to take care of your health. She got extremely quiet, and I knew at that moment she was thinking about what I said. So I said, let me ask you again. Do you plan on being at the graduation, or do you plan on watching it from home? She said, Gene, I want to be at that graduation. I say, do you want to be at that graduation bad enough to change your behaviors? Do you want to be at that graduation bad enough to start exercising and doing the things necessary so you can be there to see Michael graduate? She said yes. So I said, let me ask you a question. How do you spell his name? She said, you spell his name like this, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. I said, okay. Do you think you can start walking at least 5 Michaels a day? She said, what do you mean by that? I mean this. You take a walk and you spell out your grandson's name. But you don't just spell it out. I want you to visualize that you're at that graduation. I want you to visualize you walking inside of there and you're about to see him graduate from high school. I want you to see it. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the passion of seeing Michael graduate. Can you walk at least 5 Michaels a day? She said, absolutely. I can do that, Gene. So what she started doing, she started walking every day, doing those 5 Michaels. She did this for about a month. Then she moved up to about 20 Michaels. She kept working. She kept walking. She was changing her behavior. Why? Because she knew that if she kept doing what she was doing, she was going to see Michael graduate. Seeing Michael graduate was her why. So I want to ask you, what is your why? What is the thing that's going to keep you going after your dream? What is your why? What is the thing that you're passionate about? Because if you do not have a emotionally charged why that's going to help you go after your dream when you have disappointments, to help you go after your dream when you don't feel motivated, then you cannot make your dream become a reality. So I want to ask you again, what is your why? Because that is the thing that's going to sustain you when you're going after your dream. Now, if you're somebody, you know what your why is, I want to ask you to comment below. Let me know what your why is. Tell me what that is for you. Tell me what that is, because that is very important. If you know what your why is, it's going to push you when your dreams are not going as fast as you hope them to go. Now, if you also somebody that don't know what your why is, you can comment below as well and say, I don't know what my why is, because that is going to be your task. Now, for you all that don't know what your why is, this is what I want to encourage you to do. I want you to sit down and take about, every day 10 or 20 minutes. Just schedule that out for yourself. And just sit down and think to yourself, what is my why? What is the thing I'm passionate about? Is it buying my mom a new house? Is it trying to build generational wealth? What is your why? Because when you figure out what your why is, that's going to be the thing that's going to help you to keep going after your dream. When you figure out what your why is, that is the thing that's going to sustain you. So when you feel that you don't have what it takes to move forward, when you feel you're not talented, when you feel that the gifts that you have will not bring you to the place that you want to be in life, when you have that why, it's going to keep reminding you that you are destined for greatness. So write down what is your why and put that why up on the wall. Put that why up on the refrigerator. Put that why in your car where you can see it every day, so you can stay focused on that why. It's at the forefront of your mind, and it can keep you motivated when you do not feel like doing the things necessary to realize your dream. Now, I want to ask you guys also to subscribe to my channel. I'm growing this YouTube channel, and I'm going to be putting out more motivational content to help you to start taking responsibility for achieving the greatness inside of you. See, I believe that we all have greatness. I believe we all have a great vision. But in order for us to realize that vision, we have to not only have a strong why, but we have to take the actions necessary that's going to make that become a reality. And that's exactly what I want to do with this channel. I want to help you to believe that you're worthy to be great. I want to help you to take responsibility for achieving your greatness, because you are worthy to be great.